Okay, so you've got that one hip hop song on repeat, right? You know every single word, every ad lib, every pause. But what if I told you the real MVP of that track probably isn't who you think it is?
Yeah, of course, the rapper. They're the star, the voice, the face of the song. But someone had to build the entire universe they're rapping in. They're the hidden architect behind the whole thing. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and find out who they really are.
But before we get to the modern architect, we gotta rewind. We have to go all the way back to the beginning, to the original unsung hero of hip hop. See, hip hop didn't start in some big, fancy studio. It was born at block parties in the Bronx. And back then, the DJ was the king. They were the ones who created the energy. Digging through old soul and funk records to find these amazing parts with just drums and bass. They called them breakbeats, and they'd loop them so the dancers could go off. Everything else, the rapping, the breakdancing, the graffiti, it all grew from the foundation the DJ built.
Okay, so let's fast forward to today. The spirit of that original DJ didn't disappear. It evolved. It became a new, super important role, the music producer. This is our modern architect, and we're about to look at their blueprint. So what does a producer actually do? Well, think of it like this. If a song is a video game, the rapper is the main character you get to play as. The producer, they're the level designer. They built the entire world. The scenery, the atmosphere, the challenges, the vibe, everything. They're in charge of the whole process, from the very first sound you hear to the final polished song. It's a total partnership. You could also think of it like making a movie. The producer is the director. They're building the sets, setting the mood with lighting and sound, and they have the vision for the whole project. The rapper is the star actor who steps onto that set and delivers an amazing performance. You absolutely need both to make a hit. All right, let's get to the really fun part. How will you actually build one of these beats? Honestly, it's kind of like building something in Minecraft or putting together a massive Lego set. It all comes together in layers. Every awesome beat has layers. First, you lay down the foundation. That's your drums and your bass. Think of it like the floor and the walls of a house. Then you add the vibe with melodies. This is like picking the paint color, adding the furniture, setting up the cool lighting. It gives the track its personality. And finally, you add the secret sauce, samples. These are the unique little details that make a song totally unforgettable. So what exactly is sampling? You know how on TikTok you can stitch a video to add your own take? Or how you can take a meme format and make it your own? It's basically that. Producers take a tiny piece of an old song, a cool drum pattern, a little piano melody, and they flip it, chop it, and reuse it in a completely new way. It's a huge part of hip-hop's DNA. Now, obviously, the tools producers use to make these beats have changed. A lot. The way it's done now is worlds away from how it started. Let's take a look at how the producer's toolkit has evolved. Back in the 70s, it was all physical. DJs literally using their hands to spin and scratch vinyl records on turntables. Then the 80s hit and boom, the drum machine revolution. Machines like the legendary TR-808 let producers program their own electronic beats, which created a whole new sound. And now? Well, now you can have an entire powerful studio right inside your laptop, thanks to software called DAWs. And I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. A global #1 hit song can start in your bedroom. This technology democratized everything. You don't need a $1 million studio anymore. If you've got an idea and a computer, you can make professional level music. It's a total game changer. But all the technology in the world doesn't mean anything without the human element. The real magic, the secret to a classic song, is the ultimate team-up between the producer and the rapper. This is not a one-way street where the producer just makes a beat and emails it over. It's a true creative partnership. The producer lays down a vibe, the rapper gets inspired and writes lyrics that match that energy, and then they get in the studio together and fine-tune it. Maybe the rapper says, hey, can the drums hit harder in the chorus? Or the producer might suggest a different flow to really lock in with the beat. It's all about that back-and-forth collaboration. And this quote just says it all perfectly. This collaboration is what turns a collection of sounds into a cohesive and meaningful piece of art. It's not just a beat, and it's not just lyrics. It's one single piece of art that they created together. And the sound these teams have created has gone global. I mean, its influence is absolutely everywhere. The heavy 808s, the catchy melodies, the sampling techniques. You hear it in the biggest pop songs on the radio. You hear it in epic movie scores. You even hear it in TV commercials. Hip-hop producers basically created the soundtrack for the modern world. So if there's only one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this.
The producer is the hidden architect who builds the entire sonic world of a hip-hop song.
So I'll leave you with a question. The next time you put on your headphones to listen to your favorite track, what are you going to listen for first? The words or the world that those words live inside? Think about it.